Van Z. So behind me is what started off as a bad idea, which has gained a bit of traction, and now I'm starting to think it might be a good idea. If you've watched this before, you'll know how much I've gone on about Écume de Mer, which is what is behind me. It's 40 odd degrees today, so bear with me. Yeah, come across a guy who came and told me to turn off my spotlight on the boat the other day, and then we got talking about what my type of boat was and how it was similar to an Écume de Mer, and I started telling him, oh, I found my boat because I was actually looking for an Écume de Mer. And then he said, well, I can give you one if you want. Obviously, at the beginning, didn't take it too seriously. However, we got talking a bit, and here I am having a look at it. Now, you're going to have to bear with me. But what I will say, before you all think I've absolutely lost my mind, is it's in a shipyard already on the hard. So €350 a month to keep it here. So I know you're thinking, well, you don't have €350 a month. Better not shout that out, had I? But where it is, there's maybe a little bit more hope of being able to find $350 a month than where I am, where I'm not allowed to stay. So I'm gonna go get some water, and then I'll show you around. So I did, at the time, have every intention of giving you a little tour of the boat at the time, and if everything had gone the way everything was meant to go, it would have all made sense. But in actual fact, I recorded that, then went to go get some water, and by the time I'd got back from the little town, I did not have a way to plug the boat in, so I ended up just spending the night on there. But it actually happened in good time, because then it was quite nice to just escape that that little mooring spot I was in, because yeah, in the build up to this I'd been having quite a lot of problems with people in the daytime, etc. So for a night it was quite nice to be locked away in a shipyard, but I didn't have any electric, hence why I started filming this and then just stopped. But anyway, then it was back over to Portmeau to work on the rigging.
One by one, all these bloodhounds keep coming. Sleep in the casket you made. You're gone, sucker. But you're mad if you thought I'd let you go. No. Get the fuck out of my head. So long, sucker. I don't wanna see you. I hate this life. Whoa. Get your fingers out of my hair. You're gone, sucker. Good luck killing me, 'cause I'm already.
So just going back to this rigging problem I was having at the time was the buckle at the bottom was bent, and I weren't sure if I was going to be able to get it from the bottom. I thought I was going to have to go up the mast. So the plan was, I wasn't just making this rope a mast ladder for the fun of it, it was to go replace the rigging from the old boat onto the new boat. The issue, and why that never became a thing, was partially down to the last episode and the wobble, because yeah, I was a few days out of action entirely. This was obviously me getting back into action, but another big problem with that summer was I felt like I can think of multiple times I was helping someone else do something on their boat, and you'd always get this, oh, I'll come help you do that. So I was all up for going up the mast, although
it was a bit of a worry because, touched on it already, the mast wasn't stepped properly, so it was a bit of a risk anyway, and equally not a risk I wanted to go up. Them rope mast ladders might look like they're easy to climb, but honestly it's not. So the last thing I wanted was to twist up on me, have no other line attached to me. It wasn't worth the risk, so that ended up not being the case. A lot of it was to do with not being able to get someone to come and give me a hand.
Thought the GoPro was recording that absolute struggle it was to get that threaded horrible thing on there. Anyway, that should hold. There's just enough thread after I angle grinded it off to get enough of that in. So if I can now take the bottom two parts from the old boat, the rigging should be fixed and we've not had to go up the mast. It's amazing what you can do when you stop being scared of the angle grinder, innit?
Dirty little animals, you cannibals, eat your supper. One by one, all these vultures keep coming. Pretty little lamb, don't come down here, you're gone, sucker. But you're mad if you thought
Melting. Just rode down to the old boat to take off some parts. The rigging's done apart from one of the connectors now, so we've just got that one left to do. Yeah, the one left to do, I'm going to take off this one, but I've done the hard one that was broke. This is just a case of swapping a part, we hope. But yeah, the road down here took ages. A boat did pass and see if I wanted to tow, but that's a bad idea with all the problems I've been having with the locals. Well, not locals, are they? The idiots recently, and that's part of the reason there's not been an update. The other night I was walking on this side through near where the tennis courts were, and I'm not sure it's linked to what happened with the dinghy the other day, and I'm not going to really go onto it on YouTube, but some people took my phone. I found it after completely destroyed, so I don't know what it was about. They came over to me asking what I was doing, and I was like, I live here. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were doing something dodgy. I had the torch on my phone, and I don't know if they thought I was filming them, I weren't, or what. And after a little chase, yeah, I won't go into it. Yeah, it was not a good situation. Anyway, it's a phone. We've lived without one for a while before. It's not proven so easy, but that's why there's not been an update for a while. So yeah, I'm just taking that off, and there's a few other bits, and I've just stopped too quick. I've gone dizzy, and we might be leaving in the coming days because yeah, we've run out of time. So the boat, I think, will sail now. The motor's as it was. I messed around a bit with the stop lever the other day, but I've not actually started it since. But it might be a case of we go tomorrow. And there's not really any wind tomorrow. Sunday tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, there's a good wind in the direction of Porquerolles, and to be honest, I quite like the idea of just going and spending a couple of weeks there, the back end of winter, not feeling like I'm in everyone's way. You can anchor around there quite easily, dependent on change of winds, and as long as we're watching the weather and don't get caught out, it should be okay. So that's the immediate plan.
No, don't worry, I haven't acquired this boat. I never got the memo when everyone got permission to come to the abandoned boats that are all on the way to the bin. Most of the good stuff's gone, but It's not to say we're not finding anything. And I found a cooker which actually has the pan rack on, which mine doesn't. So we'll have that. I'll show you when I get back the stuff. I still feel like I'm a little undercover. I really need to not leave the GoPro in here. Paperwork for releasing the boat. So behind me, I won't point the camera at them, my old boat has joined the abandoned boats. I'm happy to announce it's not abandoned, it has a new owner. It's sad, I will get into it at another time. But yeah, of course it's a bit sad. I am glad you know, of the options, I had the option to give it, or the option to some guy who was haggling me down from like 250 euros down to 100 euros. Could I do with 100 euros right now? Absolutely. But I am happy that it's going to somebody who is gonna keep it on the water. That said, the problem here is I've got all the papers ready to go photocopy and sign it over, and until then the boat really shouldn't be moving. Just off to do the paperwork to sign over my boat in the busy channel on a busy day in the port. So yeah, it's a weight off my mind, I guess. The new proprietor of my old boat. So we're just signing papers. We thought we'd better record it. So vendors, it's me. Yeah?
Yeah.
True. Just check.
Yeah,
vendors.
yeah. And mine.
And then just the initial and yeah, your initial and then surname. Yeah,
Okay,
normally.
like this.
Yeah. And then the date, I think we have to put to.
Février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août. 08 2024. Yes. Thank you.
The date.
Thank you, Jay.
For me, thank you. It's peace. Peace of mind.
Yes.
Only got half the problems I had this morning.
Yes.
It's the first boat you own?
Yes, but before I almost get 2 boats, but they crash. So
When?
tell you, ask to François. He's gonna tell you
His
the
old
story.
one?
Yes,
With Juliet?
the first boat I had to get. It was an Edel 4.
Yeah.
But he crashed, which is the crash with François and Jim. And after I had to get the smallest, but he put in the water. Goodbye. 2 boats I had to get, and they so.
Well, this one, we very nearly gave it to some man in Marseille, but he wanted to strip it for parts and take out the motor. So it's gonna get a new life.
Yeah.
And congratulations, you
Thank
now own
you,
a boat.
Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Bye bye.
And then just like that, and I am going to make a bit more of a podcasty sort of episode about this, because I did live on that boat for a long time. I hadn't for the few months leading up to giving it away, but before that, you know, so it weren't easy to give it away. And yeah, I did have a bit more footage here of me going on about the stuff I'd done to it, but I will put that in a separate episode at some point, because in reality I, you know, lost quite a lot of money, but I guess that's fairly normal with boats, but I'll save that for another time. But just like that, that boat was no longer my boat. So thanks for watching this episode. In the next one, it's departure time, a forced departure time. It's like literally was a kick out of the of the port. So yeah, that's what's coming up on the next episode. This one ended up taking a little bit of time to get out just because I ended up with quite a lot on this week. I was trying to put them on daily to catch up because I am aware probably it's way more interesting to be putting the videos on of what I'm doing now, but I did just want to, as I've mentioned loads of times, put these on anyway. I won't go on a massive thing about that now, but thanks for watching. Thank you to everyone who's commented on the recent videos. It has been very motivating to help me get back into it. Thank you to names up here somewhere. Names up here, my monthly Patreons and any coffee donations. It's massively helpful and really appreciated. So if anybody would like to support the now current adventure, links to Coffee and Patreon are below in the description. But if you could give the video a thumbs up for me, it helps other people who might be interested in it to see it. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.